Okay, so I wanted to talk about some stuff, mainly the subject of esoteric, occult knowledge. And if any of you have watched videos by Jordan Maxwell on YouTube, um, I I agree with him. The word occult means hidden. Esoteric is another word that means hidden. Esoteric and occult means hidden. And when we're talking about occult or esoteric knowledge, we're talking about knowledge that is hidden from the masses of the ignorant masses of people out there in America and the world. And there's a reason why this knowledge is hidden. There's a reason why it's kept from the masses and it's not just taught everywhere. There's a reason why it's not taught in church. It's not taught in high schools or colleges or any educational format in the mainstream masses of the people. And this is because what we're dealing with here is this sacred knowledge that goes back for thousands of years that the ancient wise men held. The priests, the high priests of the religions knew this ancient sacred knowledge, the occult, hidden knowledge, and the mysteries of life, like the mysteries of Egypt and the other ancient civilizations. The mysteries are communicated through symbolism, that on the surface, to the ignorant, profane masses, these symbols are supposed to just look like silly, silly, immature, childish, fictional, weird, bizarre symbols of just weird, bizarre things. And that's the ancient wise men created these symbols in this certain manner so that the ignorant, profane masses would see them and be like, wow, that's really stupid. Those people that know this stuff are just stupid, ignorant. They're totally delusioned. They're totally delusional. They totally have lost it. They have no idea what truth is. And it was set up this way so that if someone out there did come across the knowledge, they wouldn't get it. They would have to, the symbol has to be explained to the truth seeker. Now, you ask why. I have asked this myself, and I've recently learned this. Why, if this sacred, special, hidden knowledge is so important, then why don't they just tell it to the masses? Why don't they just tell it on the news or publish it in some manual of books of encyclopedias that tell it all? And there's, now that I understand, there's a good reason why, and that's because the masses, the ignorant, profane masses, majority of people out there, they would take this sacred, important, special, spiritual knowledge and pervert it. They would use it for their own agenda to make money, to trick people. They would pervert it and twist it to help them out, because the lower state that the majority of the people are in, they're not living a spiritual life. They're not in contact or community or communing with God. Their spiritual nature is low, to an animalistic nature almost, where it's about survival of the self, and these types of things that are what we would call bad and wrong for a human to do. They would pervert the knowledge, basically. So it was communicated, and still is, through the symbols, which on the surface to the ignorant is supposed to seem crazy, but then for the people that learn the truth, they learn what the symbol means, and it now is revealed to them through what you would call initiation. And so, while we're talking about secret societies, yes, some of them have been used for evil and for bad things, but yet others have been used for good. Like one secret society could help initiate people in the knowledge, while others could be used to manipulate governments and network certain people into power, which is another subject I'm not going to talk about in this video. But because I'm making this video because so many people They hear about this type of stuff that I read and am I interested in this types of arcane, esoteric subject, and they just don't get it. Uh, they just have no clue, and then when they start to see the symbols and the type of teachings, it goes right over their head because they're not thinking through the right way. They're seeing everyone. What I found in America, just about everyone I talk to, they want everything to be so generalized and oversimplified and just put on a very easy level for them to understand on the surface. Well, that's not, you can't go around in your life just taking things on the surface. They want to make everything oversimplified and overgeneralized. I mean, and a lot of these people in the fundamental religions, that's what they want, and they want to hear it. Even if it's a lie, they want to hear the lie. They want to have the same lie repeated to them. They don't want to actually spend any time or energy to study and actually gain knowledge and truth that sets us free. They don't want that. They want what they've always had, which is the same religious dogma repeated to them. But they don't realize that these religions have the sacred knowledge within them, but they are in symbols. And part of this is communicated in the religions because the priests, the high priests that had this knowledge, were communicating it in symbolism. Once you learn how to interpret the symbolism the proper way, you then can read the religious scriptures in the proper way that they were written. And the masses just takes it as literal interpretation, face value, the whole way through, and they're not getting the core of it. I mean, there's so much of these religious texts that people just don't understand. It doesn't make sense if it's literally taken true. Some people actually believe that. They actually believe it literally be true. You know, like some beast with like some number of heads and horns and all this stuff. It's symbolic. So much of it it's the mysteries of life unveiled and symbolized. But the masses would think that there really is going to be some beast with all these symbolic things. But really, it's all symbolic. These religious texts, a lot of it is allegorical and metaphorical and symbolic for a deeper level that people are just too lazy in the mind to think through and to try to get there. Because they don't want to have to think. They want it so easy for them. You know, they don't want to walk that narrow, you know, even the Bible talks about the wide path that the masses go down that leads to destruction. It's just easy to just go down this wide path. Everyone else, that leads to destruction. But then the very few take the narrow, higher path that not many people go on, which leads to enlightenment and illumination and knowledge and truth and freedom, you know, and the higher spiritual life. And when you try to take this road, you find that other people, they don't like you because you're the one person that stands out. They're like, why are you reading this stuff? It's just weird. You know, be like everyone else. You're so weird. You read this stuff. You watch these videos and documentaries. Why are you doing this? And they just don't get it. They just don't get it because they're on such a basic surface level of thinking, and their whole way of thought and their mind, they have to question themselves and question everything just about. You really do have to question just about everything. At least think about it. Think about it twice. I mean, take things seriously. Take your own life and your spiritual life and your destiny seriously. Educate yourself on the stuff that matters. Really investigate it. Actually care. People don't care anymore. People are becoming so apathetic, so dumbed down and ignorant, and they don't care. They just don't care. And none of their friends or family care either, so it's making it worse. So I'm just making this video to just listen to your heart and follow that. Don't listen to the people around you. Do what's right, what you know to be right. Read, educate yourself, and tell the truth to everyone you know. Thank you.